There is no point of sending cold emails if you don't land in your prospect's inbox. That's why in this video, I'm going to go over our exact cold email deliverability practices to make sure we get the most out of our campaigns. All right, guys, so the first thing that most people mess up is controlling their volume, okay? They usually start sending around 50, 60, 70 emails a day, and they just burn out their domains right away. So what I like to do is from the moment that we start the campaign, we control it every single day, and we make sure that our volume reflects the actual health of the domain. So for example, if the health of the domain is low and it's going down, and we can see over a few days that it's going down, we will lower the volume, increase the warm-up volume, and in turn, we're going to get the reputation back up. So I usually follow these 4 email rules, which is no more than 40 emails a day. Okay, make sure that you warm up your emails properly for a minimum of 2 weeks. If you're using Smart Lead, then enable the auto adjust warm up slash sending ratio, which helps just with the ratio of how many are warming up and how many are actual outreach messages. And then you also want to make sure that you ramp up the actual volume. Okay, so in the second to third week, you don't want to go straight into 40 emails, right? You want to start at 25, 30, 35, and you want to have an increment of four or five emails a day. Okay, so that's going to make sure that the volume that you're sending isn't too much, isn't too little, and it's being efficient with your whole cold outreach system. So that's the first step. All right, so the next step is making sure that you have verified leads on your lead list. Okay, this is extremely simple, cheap, and easy to do, but it makes a huge difference within your sending. So just do it, right? If you launch a campaign without verified leads, right, meaning with emails that are expired, old, fake, you're just gonna hurt your own domain reputation. Okay, so this is exactly what's gonna happen step by step. If you start a campaign with unverified leads, right, the emails are gonna start bouncing, which means you're gonna be sending emails, but they're gonna be bouncing off of the fake emails because, well, they're not receiving any emails because it's not a real email address. Second, your email reputation is going to go down, right? Because obviously these are fake emails that you're sending it to, so Google kind of picks up on that, or whatever service you're going to use. They're going to pick up on that, so your sender reputation is going to go down. Then your emails start landing in spam because Google's like, oh, what's up? Like this email account isn't really sending to real emails, so they're going to start flagging your thing as spam, and in turn they're not going to be landing in your prospect's inbox. So now your reputation tanks even more, and it's just a downward spiral, and it happens very quickly, right? And within a few days, even a week, basically your domains are trashed, your email accounts are trashed, and you have to start over again, and it's just not a good thing for anyone. So what I recommend is that you verify your emails. It's super simple. I use Million Verifier. You can use whatever other email tool you want to use, but make sure that you do it. All right, so the next one is for anyone who writes 5 paragraph essays in their first email and expects, to get responses. Okay, basically, messaging has a huge impact on the deliverability, and it comes down to this: if you follow these 3 rules, you should be all right. Use spin tags, right? Make sure that your copy doesn't have any spam words, right? And there's, a bunch of spam checkers that you can use. There's a built-in one in Smartly that you can use. And make sure that you don't use any links in your first email, okay? This tanks deliverability, and overall it just doesn't work. So make sure, follow these 3 rules. Don't write 5 paragraph essays. Just keep it short, simple, and don't overcomplicate it. All right, so the last tip is making sure that you're using a custom tracking domain. Okay, a tracking domain is something that tracks everything that's going on within your inboxes. So open rates, reply rates, all of that. And you want to make sure that this is custom to your domain, because if you're not using a custom one, you're using a public one. And that's something that everyone is using, thousands of domains. And that's not the best for your cold email deliverability. So it takes 2 minutes, it's free. Just set it up, have a custom tracking domain that works specifically for your domain, and don't worry about it. All right, so that about covers it for the cold email deliverability best practices that we use within my agency. If you do have any questions, make sure to hit me up on Twitter, And we also do have a bunch of other resources on my website, so make sure to check them out. And thanks for watching.